What's up, guys? This is BK, and today we are talking about the essential things every photographer needs to know. Welcome back to this channel. My name is BK, a conceptual photographer based in Ghana, Koforidua to be precise. And on this channel, my goal is to make sure that all creatives have the necessary resources to be able to learn photography, learn how to edit. So make sure that you subscribe to our page because we do go on live photo shoots. We also exhibit our photographs. And you guys, you are going to love it, so please subscribe. Alright guys, so the essential things every photographer needs to know. This is a new series, and this particular video is the first episode. And with this first episode, we are tackling camera basics. And with camera basics, we are tackling exposure triangle. When we say exposure triangle, then we are talking about the shutter speed, we are talking about the aperture, and then the ISO. So first of all, let's take shutter speed. Shutter speed. What is shutter speed? Shutter speed is the amount of time that the shutter remains open. The shutter itself, it is designed as a pair of curtains that open and closes every time it's being triggered. We have types of shutters. We have leaf shutter, we have iris shutter, we have central shutter, and then we have focal plane shutter. With a focal plane shutter, that is what is mostly used in cameras these days. This is because they allow the camera to be able to accept different types of lenses. Shutter speed, as mentioned earlier, is the amount of time that the shutter remains open. It is being measured in time, specifically fraction of a second. Example, 8,000 of a second, 4,000 of a second, 2,000 of a second, 3,000 of a second, and it goes on and on and on. As a result of this, the shorter the shutter speed, the less light going to enter the camera. So let's say, for example, 8,000 of a second, the shutter is going to close so fast that less light is going to enter the camera. And for example, let's say 250 of a second, that means the shutter is going to delay. So there is going to be more light entering the camera. So as mentioned earlier, a slower shutter speed tends to bring in more light to hit the sensor. But one must be very careful when using a slower shutter speed because it is possible that you are going to get motion blur in your shot. A pro tip, it is always very good to use a tripod when shooting with a shutter value below 100 of a second because it takes much more time for the shutter to close. On the other hand, a faster shutter speed, which intends to bring in less light, also allows you to shoot a moving subject. It freezes motion and helps you to capture a moving subject. So there you go. A slower shutter value tends to give you motion blur but more light, and a faster shutter value tends to freeze motion but then give you less light.
Fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Okay guys, so that is it for this video. We thank you very much for sticking by. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends and like the video, and all those nice things that you can give us. And make sure you follow the entire series. This is the first episode. And click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of them when we drop the next episode. Alright, thank you very much. BK Photos. Peace out.